You get an evolution, you get an evolution, you get an evolution. That's right, we all get an evolution. I'm talking about the new set that's coming out, and that is the Terastal Festival, which for some reason is difficult to say, but we'll go with it. It's basically Prismatic Evolution, which is the English set that's coming out in January, February time next year. But obviously it's coming out in Japanese first, and that is on, I think, December the 12th, give or take, but we'll go through that in a bit. And the main reason for this video is not everything has been revealed, so, you know, obviously we can speculate a little bit, because we love to do that on this channel, and in Pokemon in general, but also just to go over Evolution set, literally what it's based around. Is this going to be an Evolving Skies 2.0? And that's the big question, right? We've seen what Eevee cards have done. We've even got the Eevee from the Twilight Masquerade set. It's going up in price. We've got obviously the Moonbreon. Is this set going to have any of that? That's what the questions we kind of want to ask. And there will be a follow-up video once the set is actually revealed and we have all the artwork, etc. for the secret art rares, because like me, we all want to know if this set is worth investing in. Next year, 2025, is going to be an absolute massive year for Pokemon. Why? Obviously, we've got this set coming out, so the Prismatic Evolution. We've got the Team Rocket Returns, Gym Heroes sets, whatever that might be called, I can't remember now. And essentially the end of the Scarlet and Violet era. So naturally it's going to be a very big... Is this going to start off the year well? Or is it going to be one of those kind of sets that has all the hype because of, I don't know, what's going on in the market at the moment? Who truly knows? But this could start the year out with an absolute banger. So let's get into what the set is and so on and so forth. So the set is a high class set. So every year in December, or I say every year, I can't remember when it started, they come out of a high class set. So what's a high class set? So the booster box is a tiny booster box. So it's that little small booster box about yay. It's not yay big. What am I talking about? Typical guy. Anyway, it's a tiny booster box, and it's got 10 cards in each pack, and each pack is guaranteed to have an EX in it, and normally comes with 2 or 3 hits in it, at least in the Japanese side. And that kind of makes it a high class set. How big is this set? So it is apparently 187 cards before we get into the secret rares. And obviously when I say secret rares, I don't just mean the secret art rares or illustration rares. I mean all of the artworks or art rares, etc. past the number sets. So it's 187, then literally card 188, which might be the first illustration rare or art rare, depending on how you want to call it. And that would be the first secret rare. Now, how many secret rares are in this? We don't actually know. There could be one for each evolution in it, which could be absolutely amazing. There might be an art rare for each, but only a secret art rare for a couple. And if one of them is the Umbreon, then who knows how big that might actually become. One thing to note, obviously, all the evolutions in this are going to be terastalized versions. So I think it's the stellar terastalized versions. So the sort of rainbowy type effect, and therefore all the attacks and abilities will be 2 or 3 different types of energy, etc. So it does allow for some amazing artworks. But obviously it literally could be anything. So I know not everyone's a fan of the Terra crowns on Pokemon when it comes to artwork. I know a lot of people didn't care too much for, say, the Charizard one that came out. Obviously, having the Dark Terra crown above its head, I was like, meh, not too fussed. Might also be why people like the 151, because it's like a normal Charizard compared to the Dark Terra Charizard that we have. Kind of plummeted, well, hasn't been that great in total as a price. Obviously, the Paldean Fates one is probably the more expensive one, but that's now been busted by Mew. But that's a whole nother video in and of itself. So the potential is there to have some amazing art rares, yeah? And that's just the art rares, like evolutions, and there could be others in this. So, but it is the secret art rares that we're really looking at. And that's what we need to keep an eye on. So for literally the next month, I'll be keeping an eye out. And obviously, like I said, when these get revealed, I'll be putting them on my channel. I'll be doing another video going through them. But I want to know your thoughts down in the comments down below. What secret art rare are you most looking forward to? Are you looking forward to the evolution secret art rares, if it's one for each? Which one is it? And it doesn't just have to be Umbreon, okay? Now, Umbreon is my favourite evolution. It has been since Umbreon came out, because I'm that old. I know, don't look it, but thank you. But for all I know, you might just love one of the original Kanto ones, so I know Flareon might be your favourite, for example. Or are you looking for a different kind of secret art rare that's just nothing to do with the evolutions at all? What it might be, I don't know. One thing I am actually looking forward to, however, is the new trainer that's been revealed, and that is Larry. So it might be when I talk about some of this stuff might be popping up on the screen. The ability itself may or may not see play in terms of discarding and then looking for certain types of Pokemon cards. It can be good. Obviously, we play Professor's Research, so this kind of works if you want to look for particular cards. But that in the secret art rare, mind blown, that could be absolutely amazing. Let me know in the comments down below what kind of secret art rare you're actually looking forward to. Like I said, I am looking for Umbreon, not because I'm jumping on the hype and because of Moonbreon. That's completely separate. I just love that as my favourite evolution for anyone outs me on this channel. In terms of what's been revealed so far, well, it's actually not a lot. So there will be reprints in this set. So in Japan, they use the high class sets in particular. Put some reprints in to make sure everyone has some access to certain cards. For example, the Ogerpon EX, for example, the grass version. They don't have the promo version that we do. So that will be in the Japan high class set. And it just keeps some of the other cards within the Japanese in terms of the cycles, in terms of keeps it within the game in terms of like the standard meta, as ours rotate and theirs rotate, because they have so many more sets. It's slightly different, so it's kind of why you'll see a lot more reprints. It's more for the Japanese market than us in particular. And then obviously the new cards, and obviously it's the new cards that we're really looking forward to. And in terms of cards that they are printing to be put in the high class set, there are cards that will be there'll be cards that will be in the R set, as in the English version, so Prismatic Evolution, that won't be in the Japanese set. And what I mean by that is there are new decks that are out. So Japan have released Star decks, so the Star Deck Generation decks, being released on November 22nd, which is actually my birthday. Just, there might be a birthday video coming up. Who knows? So for example, we've got like the Pikachu EX and Snorlax EX deck. The promos or the cards from that might be in our set, obviously, but not in the Japanese set. So that's just something to be wary of. So we kind of might see more reveals from that first before the actual set is revealed. But obviously for us, that could all be in one set. Like I said, what has been revealed is obviously the Eevee card itself. This is an interesting one to me because from a game point of view. So EVX, quite cool with its ability. It can be evolved onto. So it is an EX itself, and a trustalized Pokemon. It's got its own attack, but you can still use it to evolve onto. What I find interesting really about this is, will people play this as an Eevee to put all the evolutions onto because you need to? Will there be a deck, for example, that wants 8 evolutions, obviously, and I'm talking about like area 0 depths, whatever stadium, to allow you to do this? Well, you can't have more 4. You can only have 4 of the same name, but you can have Eevee EX and you can have Eevee. So we have the Eevee from, say, like Twilight Masquerade, for example, which has a lovely art rare, which again is going up in price. So it has stabilized around sort of the $50 mark for a while. That is slowly going up. So you might see a little graph on the screen as I say that. So yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if that will happen, or the Twilight Masquerade card will go up because people will be using that because it can be buddy poffin, etc. So yeah, very, very interesting to see, will we be playing this one, you nest ball it and you've got it down. The other Eevee, a mixture of both. So yeah, that is very interesting to have this as an EX, basic EX that are going to be evolved onto. And then the first evolution we've got from the new set is Flareon. So this comes out with 2 attacks on it, obviously being a fire type, so it keeps the fire type of it. And it's got 2 different attacks with the abilities on it, and that card will be on the screen, obviously the Japanese side of it. We also have the Sylveon from a different set, so that might, I think it's Sylveon, and that might be a reprint for this. So actually, we might have Eevee, Flareon, and Sylveon already revealed. The Sylveon one, I would say, is odds on to be a reprint in this one, but they could bring out a new one. That card will be on the screen as well. So if I've got that horribly wrong, I apologize. My personal opinion on this set is all depends on the artworks that come out, and that might be a cop-out answer, but essentially, this is one of those sets where, because the hype is going on with Pokemon at the moment, you see my videos, there's lots of people talking about it on YouTube at the moment. Surgeon Sparks is crazy, and it's not even out yet. I mean, I don't even have a booster box yet, and I might not for a while. I've missed my chance on that. So going into this one, is the hype going to stay through Christmas, obviously with everything being released, and being a specialty set in English? You're not going to get booster boxes, so like booster bundles, could they go, maybe not the whole 151 route, but could they explode in price at least, initially? Are they going to come out collection boxes? There's so much that could go on with this set, but because it's a speciality set in terms of getting your hands on it, it's different, so different products, etc. So it'd be interesting to see how that works. Interesting to see what promos they come out with. And we all know evolutions are a massive part of Pokemon in terms of just the game, collecting, people's favorite Pokemon. So the question is this going to be like Evolving Skies? Because obviously people associate that with a lot of the evolutions, and they just have every single one in them. But that's the kind of go-to when people talk about evolutions. Obviously you've got the Moonbreon. Are we going to get a similar type of set? Are we going to get a similar card that comes out of it? Or do people not like the crown on top of these Pokemon that takes it away from the Pokemon itself? And sometimes the artwork, because it's just, you have so much in the background of the artwork for like the Charizard, for example, and the Hydreigon maybe, the secret art rare from Surgeon Spark. So be very interested in what goes on with this. I'm keeping my eye on it. Like I said, there'll be videos coming out when we know more about it, more cards, spoilers, etc. Full set review when it does come out in the UK. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this. And if you like these like smaller videos just to explain what's going on, my thoughts, then please make sure you comment down below and subscribe to the channel. It helps support me. Like I said, I'm trying to hit 500 before the end of the year. That'd be absolutely amazing. If you want to know what's going on at the moment with Surgeon Sparks on the market, then please make sure you check out these two videos here. Catch you on the next one.